Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, the go-to place for authoritative information and strategies on special needs, learning disabilities, and disorders, especially ADHD. This video is the second in the series that will provide an understanding of social development that children with ADHD may experience. In this series, we'll be covering how social distancing and the coronavirus pandemic can impact our children, how communication and behavior can look different for a child with ADHD, building and keeping successful relationships with parents and friends, and how social anxiety can impede the day-to-day life of a child with ADHD. My team and I have researched extensively to provide parents, teachers, and caregivers with helpful tools and strategies during this crisis. Today, we'll be discussing how ADHD influences your children's communication and behaviors, and how caregivers can overcome those challenges. I believe most of you have experienced a challenging conversation or two with your child with ADHD. Sometimes they interrupt you without thinking about it, or they don't pay close attention to what you're saying and miss important details. This is because children with ADHD often have issues with executive function skills, which performs like a manager of their brain. It can help with sorting through information in daily life, such as organizing your thoughts in the middle of fast-paced conversation. First, children with ADHD may talk too much. They may sometimes hog the conversation, especially when they're passionate about the topic, but they do not realize what they're doing. So, when that happens, try to ask them questions after they say a couple of sentences, or repeat what you said to them to keep them focused on listening rather than talking. Second, they may not remember what they were going to say or what someone else said during important conversations. To avoid it, you can ask them to take notes, jot things down ahead of time, so they remember what to ask or say. During the talk, also let them to take notes of what you said, or let them use the phone to record the conversation. Third, as I said above, interrupting conversations may happen often. They do this because they're afraid of forgetting something important they want to say, but it will probably come off as rude. For solving this problem, parents can count how many times their child interrupts during a conversation, with a goal of not doing it more than a certain number of times. Parents can even make a game out of it and try to have less and less interruptions as time goes on. Finally, they usually cannot find the right words to say. Actually, the words they want to say are just in their brain, but they cannot drag them out of their mind's feeling system. This often ends up with them choosing the wrong words and causing misunderstandings. In this case, parents can push them to talk later until the right words come out. You can also repeat back what you heard to make sure that was what they wanted to express. Besides communication, ADHD also shapes how children behave. Sometimes it might be a bigger problem than paying attention. For example, they may be quick to lash out, throw a tantrum, or be defiant when they're asked to do things they don't want to do. These are not symptoms of ADHD itself, but they are often a result of ADHD symptoms. To be more specific, inattention and impulsivity can make it super difficult for kids to tolerate repetitive or boring work. Also, children with ADHD can be overwhelmed with frustration, and they're less able than other kids in their age to manage powerful feelings without an outburst. As you can see, kids with ADHD need clear instructions as to what kind of behavior an adult is looking for. Parents need to help their child figure out what acceptable behaviors are, teach these acceptable behaviors, and catch kids being good as often as we can. Praise is a powerful tool for managing disruptive behavior and developing a positive relationship. This is what clinicians call a scaffolding. Kids who have trouble regulating their own behaviors need family members to provide an external regulation of their behaviors. The structure that parents provide a module for their kids and keeps them in good standing as they develop better self-regulation. The most effective treatment for kids with ADHD could still be a stimulant medication for reducing symptoms of inattention, impulsivity, and hyperactivity, and finally improve their behaviors. Antipsychotic medication like Abilify and Risperdal which have been shown to reduce aggression and irritability, are frequently used in cases where a child is at risk of being removed from school or home. But there is a more important treatment than stimulant medication, which is the parent training. Because even when medication is used, experts recommend that it be paired with parent training for the best results. There are many parent training programs, but they have in common is they teach parents how to reset the relationship with their child. Parents will learn how to use praise effectively to encourage the behaviors they want to improve and how to deploy consistent consequences when kids don't comply. The result is that kids learn to modulate their behaviors to meet parents' expectations and enjoy more positive interactions. Social skills training and individual cognitive behavioral therapy can also help kids interact in a healthier way with both adults and their peers. Lastly, be optimistic. There are tons of resources to help you and your child. With effort, there is always room for improvement. In our upcoming video, we'll be discussing how children with ADHD develop successful relationships with people in their life. For an expert curated list of resources from our past summit and videos, in particular, the Child Mind Institute's Teaching Social Skills at Home, please visit the link in the description. To make sure you're as prepared as you can be, I want you to hit the notification bell below and join our newsletter because we'll be sharing much more resources on how to help your family cope better with ADHD, both at school and at home. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it and let us know what you liked or what you'd like to see more of in the comments below. The more people like, subscribe, click the bell, and comment, the more people will see this kind of content on YouTube. And we know some people could really use the help. If you haven't watched our previous series about the best music for the ADHD brain, click the annotation on the top right of your screen to watch those videos. We'll be sharing information about upcoming videos on this YouTube channel and exclusive deals in our newsletters. So again, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button below and sign up for our newsletter using the link in the description to get early access to and exclusive deals on our resources. For even more specific information, step-by-step guides, and access to professionals who can help you through this process, please sign up for our online course and upcoming summit in August using the link in the description. We share tons of expert-vetted resources on parenting and education for differently abled kids, just like kids with ADHD. So make sure to check out our previous videos and subscribe to our channel to receive notifications for videos to come. As always, I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you for watching and see you soon.